Friends, welcome to Plan My Studies knowledge platform. In all recent past, through Plan My Study, our mission has been to inspire students by bringing them face to face with people whose journeys offer real learning through experience-based education. Friends, today's episode is a little different and very special for me. The founder of Plan My Study, I am delighted to introduce a professional whose journey can inspire thousands of students. But on a personal note, I also have the privilege of introducing him as my elder son, Samir. Samir has been academically bright and remarkably focused on his career since childhood. He graduated in computer science engineering from BITS Pilani, began his professional journey with few startups and later with Amazon. And today he is a part of core data team at Google, Bangalore, contributing to cutting-edge artificial intelligence technologies. But today's conversation is not only about his career, but it is about the journey behind the success, the decision, disciplines, failures, learning, mindset, and habits that help shape youngsters' career. So welcome Samir to Plan My Studies knowledge platform. It is wonderful to have you with us.
Thank you for having me here.
So Samir, can you tell your earliest memory when you were a child? What was your idea about the career?
I think I always wanted to be engineer. I always liked building stuff. Few of, like, everyone gets toys to play, but I always used to tend towards my toys like Lego and Meccano, wherein I just liked to, where I am given some parameters, right? And using those parameters, what can I build? So one is obviously building what the instruction manual says, right? But one is like, hey, what can you build outside that instruction manual? So I think engineering in that sense is the world parameters are given to you, right? What's the best that you can build? And I think it came naturally to me. Another reason being my father was also an engineer. So, I have been in that background. I understand it to the bones, I say. So yeah, that's the reason I choose engineering. I know a lot of people just choose engineering as a default option in the country, but I really wanted to be engineer, and being like the engineering concepts really excites me, and I'm really interested in building something out of scratch. That's what's give me a pleasure.
Actually, that reminds me of purchasing first Meccano, which we purchased semi-online. That time online was not the thing, but it was semi-online, that kind of thing. When you were young in the schools, do you feel any pressure from your friends, particularly? They are saying this, or they want to have doctors, or they want to have businessmen. So did you feel any pressure like that?
Not particularly. It's easy. So again, I really wanted to be engineer. Everyone was doing engineering, so that way it naturally aligned with me. But I wouldn't recommend anyone to force doing stuff because everyone else is doing it, because I know this career or this path suited me well. I had my parameters. I had tested it against my parameters. The parameters being, what are some non-negotiables for me? What are something that are absolute must for me? In that sense, choosing a path in engineering made a lot of sense, wherein there is a good enough balance of work, life, money, status, etc. But it may be like you are interested in being a doctor, or you want to start up your own business. That is absolutely fine. But I think what matters is having that list, or having that clarity of what is absolute must for me, what are my non-negotiables, and what I don't want to do. And it may be that you don't have the clarity from very beginning, but at least like having a list, like, okay, this is something I definitely want to do or definitely don't want to do, right? Having those list built building it incrementally, right? As you get clarity and experience and exposure in your life, I think that helps.
Okay. So it was very clear in your child mind that you are going to be an engineer.
Yeah.
That's great. Any habit of childhood that you feel that habit is still helping you in your career?
I think all generic habits like, thinking a problem from tackling it from multiple angles, all of that still helps. But I think one unique ability that comes to my mind is I always used to put myself in an uncomfortable position.
Oh.
So I remember during my school days, right, I was a shy, introverted kid, but I wanted to run for a house captaincy. This was 9th grade. And I think you particularly opposed that move. But I wanted to put myself in that position because I felt like I wanted to get into that uncomfortable position. Getting into an uncomfortable position still allows you that kind of exposure.
Yeah.
It again, as I said,
gives
right?
you space, right?
It gives you space to build your negotiables.
Right.
What are your non-negotiables? What is something that you definitely want to rule out? So having that mindset at work, I think still helps. So again, like exposing yourselves to tough projects, exposing yourselves to the leadership.
Yeah.
Whenever there is like summits happening, going ahead, giving up on stage and giving those talks, or being an organizing member, right? Putting yourselves in uncomfortable positions,
Right.
I think really helps you expose the other side of you. And worst case, if you fail, right? If you already know that you're not good at it, so you're bound to fail. But if you succeed at it, the upside is the risk reward ratio is much better.
One more thing actually about your childhood, you were almost topper, first or second in your schooling days. Do you feel that any of the qualities like you were intelligent or your hard work, what was that which were pushing you to be the among us the top few students in childhood?
I think intelligence, hard work, like all of these is some of these skills are acquirable and some of these you're born with. But I think one biggest learnings have been for me is discipline and perseverance. Discipline is something that helps you perfect your craft.
Correct.
Then be it studies, be it sports, be it arts and music. Having discipline is must. Showing up every day is must.
Yeah.
No matter how intelligent you are, if you're not disciplined enough, if you just write a first draft, it is always going to be bad. So having that discipline, and again perseverance, meaning like, hey, till my end goal is achieved, I'll not give up.
Great.
Right? So coming to work, showing up every day, or just going to school, showing up every day. You said I was a topper, but there were a lot of instances wherein I was 4th or 5th in the class, or my name was also not on the board, right? It doesn't matter. It's okay. What is your ultimate aim, right? Or what is your bigger milestone? So just persevere towards it and have that discipline built in to just show up every day, do a little bit, contribute a little bit.
Actually, as a father, as a parent, I have always seen these qualities, not seen, I have experienced these qualities in you. So slightly moving away from your childhood, you told that you were opting for the engineering career. But was there anything that there will be computer science or data or something like that in future and you'll opt for that? Was that in your mind that time?
Not in particular. Again, as I said, right, like from my list of what I must do, what are non-negotiables for me, engineering was one of those streams. And I think engineering, any type of engineering I was excited by, be it civil or be it mechanical, right? Or be it electrical, be it computers. I was just having the ability or good enough marks by, God's grace that I could opt for computer science engineering. And I think I did. But I think the passion of engineering was so much that I always wanted to do engineering. Any stream would have been fine. I know it's a bit unconventional answer, but at that particular point in time, as I said, right, I did not have that clarity, and I was okay, literally okay with anything. So just joking, like today, whenever I go out and I see infrastructure work going on, I'm fascinated by all the metro construction going on. Right? I try to predict, hey, why did they space these two pillars so close, and why the two pillars are
Today
spaced?
also you think like that.
I today also think like that, right? So again, maybe not the correct answer, but all I had clarity was, I wanted to be an engineer, and I think then I consulted my father, my elders, my seniors who were in my family, some seniors from my coaching classes, and I felt like this is the best. That if I'm getting a computer science seat, I should go for it, and then I developed the interest incrementally.
Okay. So in professional education, while you were in 12th, you were almost succeed in all competitive exams, including you were able to get admissions in IITs also. But I saw some inclination when you were in 12th towards BITS Pilani. Why it was?
Firstly, the kind of seats that I was getting. Again, I was getting a computer science seat, so it was one of the definitely factors. Another factor was being a private college. It felt like very prestigious. Like, okay, so maybe amongst IITs, I'm not getting into the best IITs, but in BITS, I'm getting into the best college, best campus, best branch, and best campus. So I had always heard about success stories from BITS or the startups that are coming from BITS. So the alumni network of BITS was much more stronger. BITS Pilani
is, and still it is very good. And 3 days back only, actually, I read to Economic Times that BITS Pilani is over IIT Mumbai in driving their alumni network.
Yeah,
this is recent news only. So Samir, actually, what do you think? Students of the age, say, who are in 12th, who passed just 12th, what mistakes actually they make during selecting their colleges or selecting their branches, or what rather mistakes, what difficulties they face, and what should they do?
Yeah,
you feel?
I think first of all, I think there's a lot more of information available right now.
Right.
Maybe in my days there wasn't, internet was not that rampant, but today a lot of information is available, which is good and as well as bad, because that information may not be tailored towards you, right? So the BITS may be the best college for someone like me, but it might not be some good college for someone like you, just because you're not able to afford the fees, or your parents are not comfortable sending you to, let's say, Goa or Pilani, right? So again, I think what it boils down to is having that list or clarity in your head. Hey, XYZ items are clear for me. These are my non-negotiables, or it can be a negation list as well. Right? These are not. I don't want to pursue XYZ, and then built on top of it. Again, that list might be exhaustive. It might be just couple of lines. It's fine, but have your first filter out of from that list, right? And then tailor every advice you get to meet, or put that list advice through that filter, right? Is that advice making sense for you or not, right? So I think that is one of the most important advice I will give. Friends and alumni network enough, because what happens with friends and alumni, they sort of know you, so they might give some advice that is already tailored towards you, right? So reaching out to your friends, calling out your, let's say, your seniors who just passed and who are already in that college, and again, like gathering data from various sources, like let's say your distant relative, who passed out from that college and is like 15 years working into the system, versus one perspective from someone who is second year in that college, right? So gathering some diverse perspectives, but I think more than perspectives, ultimately it boils down to the list that is your non-negotiables, right? So I'll keep coming back to this whenever in life in general. It's not just applies to your college, but again, like choosing your career stream, choosing your work stream, maybe even in your professional life. So I think
very valuable input, Samir. So while finishing your professional exams or professional education, you are about to enter into your professional careers. Okay, so BITS Pilani was known to be for holding many corporates at a time, and students has got good careers. So what was your experience like? What these professional companies look into while they are hiring?
I think, yeah, I mean, coming from a good college definitely gives you some sort of pedigree,
Yeah.
Or some sort of head start.
Wow,
but I
yeah.
don't think it's end of the world. See, everyone knows, like, if I'm blindly picking out one college from one student from BITS, right, versus one student from, let's say, NIT or a relatively new NIT, right? It may very well happen that the NIT student is sharper than BITS, right? So it may give you a head start, but that head start is very limited. It's very short-lived. Ultimately, it's not the college you came from, but it's you, right? So again, like what the company is looking at is like, how are you performing as compared to, let's say, your peers who have recently joined, right? Or versus how much of quick learning and onboarding are you doing? Because you are fresh out of college, you just know engineering in general, but again, at your workplace, you might be able to care about how fast you pick up, how dedicated are you, how honest are you with your work. And these are some early, I would say, signages that managers and corporates really like, right? And that's why they call it a probation period. It sounds like a big word, but again, all they're trying to do is filter out good candidates, give them with more responsible work, and that's like just being honest with your work, just being a good student, quick learner. I think you should be able to make a good progress.
Samir, you told that BITS Pilani like colleges has a upper hand, and you get good jobs or good opportunities through campus. But I specifically remind that you preferred joining startups over good corporates. What was that?
Okay, so again, that was kind of putting myself in the uncomfortable situation.
Great.
I was not getting a very good corporate or MNC type job to begin with.
Okay.
And I had an interesting opportunity with a startup wherein I had the founder of the startup was one of the alumni from my college, right? So yeah, I felt like it was an interesting opportunity, and at that particular point in time, startups were giving a better job experience. There was a better there was a better hype, I would say, associated with the startups. And I think especially when you're young, you can take those risks. You can take those. You are able to, you have that appetite. And I think accelerating your learnings is one of the keys. So all of that, you get a much wider exposure. And one important thing that I wanted to also explore is, how do I do apart from coding? I was like, I wanted to explore the other dimensions as well.
I am going to come to the coding part, and this thing we'll definitely discuss more about that. See, did you have any idea about this artificial intelligence when you were working with earlier companies or in the last years of your education?
No, I think definitely the way we are coding in today's, right? I think it's a I wouldn't have guessed in like any time during my point in time that this AI or LLMs will help us, code so much faster. Because I think the first thing that we used to do was, learn really a language. And hey, do you know Java? Hey, do you know C? I still remember a lot of people doing courses regarding C++, Java. Some used to do Red Hat and Linux related, they used to also do OS level coding courses. So at that particular point in time, learning a language was really important. But I don't think that barrier is there anymore. All that matters is how do you utilize that language, and what do you build with that language. So again, like the way we used to code again 10 years before, that has completely changed. And I think there is so much rapid evolution,
right?
even within like the way we used to not only code, let's say 1 year back,
That is not
is
holding
very
over.
different from what we are doing today. And
Right.
like yeah, so every 6 months there has been some or the other change in technology, and that evolution again has rapidly changed from, let's say, past 2 years, right? So 10 to 2 years it was kind of a similar path, I would say, but from past 2 years the way of learning has changed.
So what do you feel? Like I say ki AI is going to take jobs is one aspect of that thing. But when actually I am going big through AIs, these days I am reading through AIs, writing articles through AIs. What I feel is jobs are not going to hammer, but the work, AI will replace the work, not the jobs. So what do you feel?
Yeah, I think there are extreme narratives going on in the society, and usually what happens is somewhere in between. And again, it's kind of difficult to predict because there are so many factors. But I think AI as a tool is just going to help us with smaller tasks that used to take extreme amount of time.
Repetitive tasks,
smaller tasks, and it has been said over and over. It's well established that smaller tasks will be automated. But I think from a jobs perspective, what one needs to do is essentially utilize that increased productivity into building better apps.
Better apps.
So I think that is where the companies are looking at when they say productivity gains. Is they don't want you to write thousands of lines of code. Writing code has become redundant. As I said earlier, learning language has become redundant. Writing code has become redundant. What that code actually does in the real world, what value add it does in the real world, I think that is where the management or companies are looking at. And the one who aces the skill, right, will definitely survive. Jobs may expand, may stagnate, or may contract, but I don't think anything dramatic is going to happen. Anything will be in the ballpark of.
Say AI becomes very powerful, say in next 4 or 5 years. All the repetitive tasks and most of the tasks are replaced by AI. So what do you feel? What will be the skills which will remain still valuable for the employer to hire the students or say people?
I think it's just not about coding or software related jobs. AI is going to help in lot of other sectors as well. But specifically thinking about software, right? I think in the truest sense, engineering comes on top again, right? Like how well are you engineering your solution, right? Whatever the business use case that you are trying to solve, how well engineered it is, how easy it is to break it down, how easy it is to modify, how easy it is to be read by someone or understood by someone of what is really happening. Because I think with AI, it's again easy to create but difficult to debug, difficult to solve for bugs in production, because at some point in time AI might just say like, hey, I'm not able to figure out. What do you do then, right?
Mhm.
So it will be the skill. Again, the skill is how well are you doing on your core concepts of engineering that product, how well you are using that AI to make sure it builds the way you want it to build, not just leave it on AI to build whatever you want to build, whatever the AI wants to build. So I think that is where the value add from the humans will definitely come in the chain. Humans in the loops are always going to be there, but knowing what's going on underneath and keeping an eye over the system is going to be valuable.
See, actually, few days back, say 3, 4, 5 years back, where you were still young, actually, it was necessary. It was said that coding is necessary for everybody
Yeah.
or students.
Yeah.
But what we learn, what we see through newspapers and everything, that AI is going to develop the code.
Yeah.
So, will you still tell students and everybody to go for developing their data
Yeah.
skills, their
Yeah.
coding skills?
Yeah, I think definitely during their college days, they should utilize this time a lot to sort of learn
Okay.
of actually doing a hands-on coding,
Uh-huh.
because in the corporate, as soon as you get out into your corporate sector, right, you will not be getting enough time because you will have your deliverables,
Right.
right? So utilize your college project, college time, and just don't rely upon AI to do your college projects, right? Actually learn and do type back, because you are not going to get this time
Yes.
later on in your life, right? So you do utilize this time. The reason why I think it may be relevant, it may be irrelevant, but the thing is, you are not going to get time from your company
From
to
them. Yeah, right.
learn, right? And it may be that there might be situations you're put in, right, wherein you have to make trade-offs, or wherein the AI is making that one mistake, you are able to catch it, you become like the hero, or you get into
My
the notice
next
of them.
question was on the similar lines. And for the professionals, younger professionals like you, say if they want to spend 1 hour daily on AI skills or developing in their skill, so where this 1 hour they should spend to face this AI ready world?
Yeah, I think building a lot of more of real life use cases, I think, is one of the better ways of implementing it. And I think it was always the case, right? You could very well 10 years back take a Python course and just learn how to do Python on what that course intended to do, make a dummy app or a dummy tutorial and call it a day, right? That was always an option. In today's world, the same thing. You can learn 4 or 5 prompts and get an output and see it working and deployed, right? But I think what we really need is how it works on the real life situations, right? So let's say at your work, right, whatever you are doing, use AI to automate as much as of your work as possible. Use it consistently over, let's say, a period of 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, right? If you don't have an opportunity at your workplace, maybe automate it, or maybe build a tool to solve for your, let's say, father's use case, right? Your father might be having an accounting use case, and try and automate it. Give it to your father, give it to his friends, let them use it. Try and fix their bugs, right? See where AI is failing. AI will always do its job. What you have to learn is what are its weaknesses, what are its strengths, right? So again, like building a real life use case out of it, putting your solution out there for folks to test out, deploy it, even if it takes like some of compute cost or server cost, happily take it, right? Because until and unless you sort of learn the weak spots of the AI, they are not there, and like AI is so good that the weak spots are not uncovered in the first go, right? It will always give you answer. So I would recommend or taking this path daily, fix a project, finalize a project. It might not be money generating,
Right.
it might be money losing, it might be very simple. It's okay. Just experiment with every day and like have like 3 learnings that hey, here is where AI was wrong and I was probably right. I had to come in and fix it, right? So I think this valuable skill, even if you put it on the resume or if you talk about this as your success story to your interviewer, I think that will be much more impressive than saying like, hey, I've created 10 different AI
Right,
games.
Samir, your this deep study is definitely going to help the youngsters, the students, and the upcoming generation. Actually, the generation like you was catch up in between AI. You learned something else in the
Yeah.
colleges, and then suddenly this technology came. So, what you will like to tell those students who are still in the say 3rd year, 4th year, or in the final? Quickly, what you will like to say before we go for some interesting round in the next session?
Yeah, I think be AI native, but don't be AI dependent.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
Like learn how to use the technology and just not be a slave of it.
Okay.
One analogy I could give is we all know how to use our smartphones, right? But don't be slave of smartphone that you are just spending too many times or you cannot do anything without a smartphone, right? So something like this, right, would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
Be AI native, but don't be AI dependent.
So, two quick questions. Like in these days for students, marks or skill?
Skill.
IIT or BITS?
Bits for alumni network and it's my alma mater, so
Okay.
I have a bias.
Okay. Coding or communication?
Communication.
AI or robotics?
Both have their own applications.
Okay.
AI is accessible with a lot. AI has a lot lesser barrier to entry. Robotics might require you a specific knowledge and specific interest.
Okay. And very importantly, here I will ask you the choice also and the reason also. Is it money or passion? Bit difficult to answer.
Yeah, I think answer is it's a bit difficult. It may vary from person to person. For me, it's
Don't know.
I don't know.
Depends upon.
It
You
has to
told.
be
You
both.
told.
It has to be
Yeah,
both.
it depends upon person to person. We'll quickly move to next. Actually, any book, any thought that you liked in your life and you will like to share with the youngsters. Any book you read, anything, any thought, any habit that you remember of.
I think I'm curious about the purpose of mankind.
Okay.
And what has mankind actually done in this universe. And I think one of the most important achievements of mankind has been that it has been able to preserve data, right? Mankind or Homo sapiens, so to say, they have been mastering to preserve data, and data is something that makes us different from any other species, right? So right from the Ajanta Ellora cave paintings, right, or the cave pyramids, or anything, like all that human has done is sort of preserved its data, utilize it to make something better. And what even like data is such a critical piece that even today in this AI world, data is becoming one of the the critical elements. And one more thing that I think is much more going to be valuable is what is AI generated data versus what has been
natural
data or what has been research data, right? So I think that really ties me to it, and I think there's a very good book that I am currently reading, which is Sapiens. So it also talks about the evolution of mankind. It's very philosophical and it's very I would say in this AI world, it helps me relax, and it kind of is a it's looking at it from a different spectrum. Like AI is all about future, but this talks about the history, right? So yeah.
So Samir, with these skills, with these experience, with these thoughts in your mind, if you get a chance to go back, say in your class 7 or class 8 for an hour or so, so what kind of modifications or what kind of thoughts you will generate for still better or life or still better career you have? What do you feel?
I think I would put myself out more. I always felt like, hey, if I wanted to do engineering, all I care about is math and science,
Right.
And nothing else matters. But I would put myself out more, try to be an all-rounder.
Okay.
I think
All rounder in the sense studies plus something.
give equal weightage
Okay.
to, let's say, your languages, to your communication skills, to your sports. I think all of them do matter going going forward in your career, right? So yeah, like I would I would spend or give equal weightage, at least in my head, because in my head I was super focused always on math and science. Even when I used to get mark sheets, I just used to care like I got 100% in these two subjects. Other subjects I didn't used to care. But I think all of these I would give equal weightage. If not getting 100 in English, but I would give equal importance. If not participating in sports day, I would give equal importance or equal effort to learn that sport. Yeah.
Okay, since we are speaking about the schools, you are talking about the subject. Any subject in the say 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th class, you feel that that subject or that thoughts or that study is still helping you in your career or in your profession. Anything you reminds like that?
I think apart from yeah, I think maths and science always help. Again, they are relevant to the work stream that I work with. They help with the critical thinking, critical analysis. But again, as I said in my previous answer, I think all of these subjects cumulatively help.
Yeah.
Build your professional journey. So I think one of the most underrated subjects I felt like I should have paid more attention to was economics.
Okay.
I'm passionate about building a good having that good financial discipline, right? Or how money works, or how money flows through ecosystem.
One should have some knowledge about finance and
right? So economics and I think the civics class that we used to have, I think these are underrated topics, and they should be tuned a bit more to have it relevant in today's day and age, so that everyone can relate to it more and apply it more in their daily lives.
Okay. So with Samir, we spoke about the success. Actually, success and failures, actually they go hand to hand.
Yeah.
So any failures actually you will like to mention here, that those failures helped your studies, help your career, like that?
Yeah, I think whenever I have lacked discipline, so okay, I do have my phases of having like being hyper productive at work, and then going and just relaxing a bit, right? But if you are a bit more disciplined, these curves are not as high. And whenever in my life I have tried to relax a two bit, without having that discipline, I think it has created significant setbacks for me. So the idea is to create harmony between your productive days and your unwinding days, so that you don't get burnt out on the each side. But yeah, like that's what my failures taught me, that couple of setbacks can essentially lead to potentially devastating or compounding situations that compound and sort of put you back a while.
So Samir, actually we are coming towards the end of our discussion. We discussed many things about school educations, importance of few of the qualities, then how which challenges you faced, and how you are coping up with all these things. Last question actually I will like to ask is, say if you are standing in front of 1 million students, or if this interview goes
Yeah.
is seen by some few lakhs of students, what additionally will you like to share with them?
I think
As a person, as a career, or anything like as
yeah,
an
I
educationalist?
think India has a lot of youth
Mhm.
and a lot of employable, like our demographic. If you look right,
Mhm.
India is one of, like, why world looks at India is India has a lot of youth
Mhm.
from its demographic perspective.
Okay.
Most of our maximum of our population is highly employable, right? And I think my message is create value, right?
Create value. Okay.
Or just ask yourselves, what value am I creating?
Mhm.
That value can be making someone laugh,
Mhm.
making an art,
Mhm.
making some progress, or preserving your history.
Mhm.
It can be really anything, but just ask yourselves, like, hey, what value is that I want to create? And when we have, let's say, population in billions, right, and out of it a quite significant 300 400k million population who is employable, if everyone just tries to think of, what value am I adding, that small value will compound and I think pay massive dividends to our country, right? So I think that would be my parting thought of what is the value I create, or what value I can create.
Okay.
It's okay if you can't create any value, just think around it and start working towards it.
Okay. So Samir, as you said, you have certainly added value to this discussion, for the people, for the students, for the youngsters, and we cannot discuss everything in 15, 20, 35 minutes of this. We'll certainly have two more discussions with you in future. But today, every good thing like you share has to come to an end. I think we'll stop today and share few more things, few more time with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.